Film critic Joseph John Lanthier stated that Wim Wenders' film Paris, Texas evokes an America most Americans yearn to gaze upon. The same could be said of Cardboard Computer's point-and-click adventure, Kentucky Route Zero. The game is a love letter to the gothic romanticism of William Faulkner and Tennessee Williams, and explores a part of America that fascinates many. Kentucky Route Zero is first and foremost a game of observation. You control lead character Conway by clicking the mouse to move, examine, and talk, and not much else. There are almost no puzzles to solve and no enemies to kill, so you'll spend most of your time in conversation or movement. This allows players to be absorbed in the characters, plot, and dialogue, and places emphasis on the visuals and sound design. The game, of which the first 2 acts have been released so far, follows truck driver Conway as he travels the titular highway and meets the lost, lonely souls along its length. Whom Conway is, however, is largely up to you. Although the narrative arc remains mostly the same, you influence his personality, backstory, and relationship with other characters through dialogue options, similar to an actor improvising lines during a play. The theatre comparison doesn't end there either, as each scene of the game is carefully constructed and composed to guide you in the appropriate direction, both physically and emotionally. Cardboard Computer are in very tight control of their camera, elegantly using their props, composition, and visual effects to hide and reveal sections of the scene as they see fit. The game's sound design is also impressively constructed, as ambient sounds of crickets and highways combine with a ghostly, melancholic score. Kentucky Route Zero revels in its southern aesthetic, as reflected in a bluegrass band that performs during the key scenes of both acts. These moments help to drive home the key themes of debt, poverty, and loneliness. These themes are also reflected in the hard-lined visual style, Kentucky Route Zero's most immediate feature. It lends the game a broken, retro charm, and pushes the use of magic realism by presenting the mystical and the mundane as equal. Like other recent works within the genre, such as Alan Wake, Welcome to Night Vale, and Twin Peaks, Kentucky Route Zero deals with the mysterious, often sinister undercurrent of small-town life. It explores the people living in financial disparity by manifesting their hopes, dreams, and fantasies, alongside their foreclosed homes and abandoned workplaces. Jake Elliott and Thomas Kamensky, the duo behind Cardboard Computer, have stated that, at the core of it, the game is about the different ways that people deal with hard times, and the different ways that economic downturns affect people who live at the margins. These ideas are reflected in the dynamics of the game, as well as in the ghostly figures that inhabit the game's farmhouses, mines, and museums. These haunting imprints on places and objects appear and disappear with alarming frequency, reminding us to appreciate what we have, because it might not be there for long. This idea of ghosts and imprints is further explored through the game's constant references to television and computer screens. Through these references, as well as its staging as a theatre production, Kentucky Route Zero constantly reminds you that it is a game, that you're not interacting with real people. By separating you from its characters and world, the game highlights how we separate ourselves from the poor and desperate people that the game deals with. The game's roadmap-like overworld features a host of small stories just waiting to be uncovered. Almost all of them deal with struggle and change. These mini-narratives help to flesh out the world and reinforce its themes, and are intriguing almost without exception, a testament to Cardboard Computer's writing. Although framed as a ghost story, Kentucky Route Zero deals with very serious, relevant issues. While its interpretation of point-and-click mechanics and southern aesthetics are impressive in their own right, what I like most about the game is that it has something to say. Kentucky Route Zero uses its setting to explore a story that deserves to be told. And, with 3 more acts on the way, I am more than willing to listen.